I got dressed to lay out in the sun, but the grass is too long. So I grabbed the lawnmower and I've been mowing the grass for a bit. It's crazy how excited you can get about radishes, which you don't even really like. Are you filming?
Yeah.
You might have to mute my mic then, because I'm on
Why?
the toilet. These are going to be scones. Welcome to a new video and welcome in our kitchen. This is going to be a food prep-ish video. Every weekend I bake some bread, I bake some treats, I bake or make some food so we can have some food during the week and don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I need to be better at this. I need ideas for meals because that is something we need to improve on, but I will talk about that later. We have had our first little harvest in our veggie patch. We had 3 radishes. Do we need to put one back in the ground? We just realized we should have filmed this. This is our first harvest of our radish. They look yummy. We don't really eat a lot of radish, but apparently it's very easy to grow. So we have a lot of radish and we have to eat it. It's crazy how excited you can get about radishes, which you don't even really like. But I was very excited. And
I like them.
you like them, yeah. Nathan did like them. I'm very used to the watery supermarket radishes, and the ones out of our veggie patch are very strong. And is it peppery?
Yeah.
Or spicy?
Spicy.
I don't know what it is, but they are very spicy, and I think I just have to get used to them, which I will, because we have a lot of radish in there. We had our first little harvest, and we are also drying some stuff. So we have some rose petals here in 2 stages. These are from earlier, these are from yesterday. So our kitchen smells like rose, because they are very, very fragrant. We are mainly drying these for rose teas, but I also want to make some like lemonade or like a syrup of this rose. So someday I will do that, and someday soon because it is blooming now, so I have to do it now. And then we have also been drying. I keep saying we. We're just, if I say we, it's either probably Nathan, because I have a full-time job. I work during the day, during the week. So it's usually Nathan, but I say we,
Yeah.
okay? Just accept it as we, even though I did nothing. Because Nathan also harvested some herbs out of our garden here and there, and he put them right there. So we have some parsley, some mint, some thyme, lavender, and more thyme. We have a lot of thyme in the garden, so that is also what we have been doing. And this should take like another 2 weeks to dry.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
come back in 2 or 3 videos to see if this has worked this way. Because last year I did it in our oven because it has a dehydration setting. It's like 30 degrees and then it takes forever in the oven, so that takes a lot of electricity. This is free. So if this works, that is better for the bank accounts, but it does take a long time. So we'll see if that works, if it grows moldy or anything. It shouldn't, because it's well ventilated. There's a vent there, and this door doesn't even close. So, and it opens a lot. So it should work, and it's dark usually. It's light there because it is on movement. But yes, so let's prep some food. The plan is at least to make 2 breads, because then we have enough bread for the week. Maybe I need to make 3, because I think that's the last bread out of the freezer. Yes. Okay. I need to make 3 breads and then at least scones. But I would also like to make some cookies or some cinnamon buns or some cake or things like that. And we do want to make pancakes as well. So, and I want to try and prep those so we have a bit more and I can put some in the freezer. And I also was thinking about American pancakes.
Ooh.
I don't know what you think about
Yeah.
that, but that would be a good breakfast.
Would be nice.
Instead of all the yogurt we've been eating for breakfast.
Yeah.
Because yogurt is very easy,
But
if we do a pancake in the weekend, maybe.
yeah.
That's a very long intro. Did I need to say anything else? Did anything else happen this week?
Pizza.
Was it very uneventful? Oh, yesterday we made pizza. I think it was a very uneventful,
No
normal
leaks.
week. No leaks this week. No crazy things happened. There might be a thunderstorm today,
Yeah,
which
might be.
might be because it's like code orange, red, I don't know, for thunderstorms in our area. So we'll see if that happens. If it does, we will film it. Um, it does feel very like stuffy outside, so I do feel like a thunderstorm would be nice. We've been hearing people in the Netherlands say it's very, 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 very hot because it's been over 33 or 35 degrees over there, and I'm very happy that it's not that hot here. It's only around 20, which is very nice. I can still wear jeans and thick socks, although my feet are very warm, so I might have to change my socks at some point. But let's bake some bread. I started with making a hot chocolate with, we've been making it with Oh Boy, which is, I don't know if it's a Swedish brand, but it's a brand we found in the Swedish supermarket and we love it. It is very sugary, so I would like to make a more healthy version. But time to gather some ingredients for bread. Ingredients. Here we are. We have, for the bread, we have flour, salt, yeast, water. Oh, we also need butter. We have butter. This is too much. This is actually what's going to determine what I bake today, because this is all the butter we have for this week. We just did groceries and we forgot butter and kitchen roll. So we now have toilet paper as kitchen roll, and this is all the butter we have. And I need, if I need to make 3 breads, I need 75 grams of butter. So that is quite a bit. And then the scones also need 90 grams. So I think with butter, I can only make scones and bread this week. So no cookies and no cinnamon rolls. That might be next week. And then the scones I'm gonna make with raisins. And we use these because these are just the best in my opinion. And I'm gonna soak them. So let's do that first. And then we'll make the bread. And whilst the bread rises, we will make scones. Also, don't mind the very big mosquito bite on my forehead. It might get bigger because if I scratch at it, it gets bigger. I am a little sensitive to bug bites. And this one on my forehead is itching like crazy. So, yeah. And I'm also sensitive to everything I put on it. So, that usually doesn't make it better. Although this one worked for one on my leg, but I don't really want to put it on my face in case it causes a rash of some sort in my face, and that would suck. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it being itchy. Let's soak some raisins, bake some bread, and then I will be back with you, I think. Can I make anything? I mean, my fruit cake doesn't have any butter in it. Is there a cookie recipe without butter? Maybe I need to Google some things. Look at my recipe books. Why is it crooked? How do I fix that? Can I fix that? I have 2 doughs. I actually just went to the bathroom and there was a tick on my leg. The only thing I did outside today is take out the trash and open the greenhouse and give a little bit of water to the veggie patch. So in somewhere there, a tick got on me and I don't like that. Because so it's been there for about an hour, I think. I just hate like the thought that there's been a tick on me for an hour and it was still walking, so I'm lucky because I don't want it to like bite, and we don't want that. So on a side note, tick problems. Is that relatable? I guess. I feel like it is a big problem, ticks, and you can't really do anything about it if you live on the countryside, because they're just here and we have to deal with them. So, these are going to be scones in a minute. I'm going to roll this out, and we don't have any like round cutters. I usually use a glass. So, I'm going to make these as scones, and then you can probably hear Nathan is, I think, coming downstairs. This is the bread dough that needs some more time because this has not doubled in size yet. And I think it needs another half hour of rising. And then it can go in the pie shape in the bread tin. And then it needs to rise for another half hour to an hour, something like that. Let me know if we want any recipes of any of this. I can put them for free on our Patreon. And if you want to support us, we do have a support tier on Patreon. So if you do, that would be great. But I will put these on there for free. Let's see. If anyone wants it, because I will only do it if at least one person will say in the comments that they want my recipes. I have scones. It is 12 scones. I usually only make 9, so they are a little bit smaller than normal and they are closer together. So I hope they don't stick together, but I think it will be fine. So we have scones with raisins, and I think these are my favorite to eat in the morning. They are great. And then I usually put a little bit of jam on them. And that is just great. These are going to go in the oven. I have to wait for the bread, and I'm going to figure out if I'm making anything more than this, because this is the bare minimum I need to make every week. So a batch of scones and then 2 to 3 breads. I have my bread tin. This is one we bought a couple weeks ago and it's been great. So I greased it, put some flour in, and now this looks a lot better, a lot bigger. So let's put that in there, and then we will let it sit for another 45 to 60 minutes, so about an hour. And then we can put it in the oven for 40 minutes. So if there are any actual bakers in my comments, let me know all your bread making tips. But without sourdough, because that is still too intimidating to me. I know it's very easy, but right now, I just can't do it. So this is just a simple white bread, because we also can't really find any full, what's it called? Volkoren. Oh my god, why can I not? Full, oh, I don't know. We can only find flour. So this is just a simple white bread. And I would like to make like a full wheat. That's not the term. I don't know how to call it. I can't find the other flour that has more fibers in it. So until we find that, I think we have to like hunt or search for a mill in our area so we can get better flour. Because I now just get the cheapest flour from the ICA, which I know my breads will taste better if I get better quality flour. So I do want to search for that. But we are starting with just simple white flour. And I think my scones are almost ready. And we have scones. I am going to eat this one. That looks nice and small. Although it is very warm. So let's let it cool down a bit, and then Nathan can have this one, and then this is going to be for the rest of the week.
That's a yes.
I texted him. Oh, I put this one aside for you.
Oh.
He took another one. It's okay. It is a bit warm.
Yeah, that is warm.
Yeah, but is it nice?
No.
Yeah. It's steaming. You're welcome. I texted him asking if just scone, ? And as soon as I sent it, I could hear him get up and come down. So he was excited for a scone, and I am too. Okay, let's just taste it. I think fresh like this, it doesn't need any toppings, which is actually nice. That's really good. And I soak the raisins so they don't get this hard. This one I think was right on the outside, so it's a bit hard, but they stay a bit softer when you soak them. And I also didn't soak them for very long. It is better to soak them like the night before, and then in the morning you bake the scones. Now I only soak them for like half an hour, which is not long enough, but they are yummy. I think I'm just gonna do the dishes and call it a day. I am gonna do some crochet for the rest of the morning. It is 10:30 right now. I think the dishes are it's gonna take me half an hour, and then I still have a good hour for some crochet. which I'm excited for. And I have no idea what we're doing for the rest of the day because it just started raining and we don't want to do a lot of stuff outside, which is not going to happen today. So we'll see what happens. Maybe just a cozy day of crochet, which to me sounds amazing. I know Nathan will probably be a little bit less happy, but I think it sounds like a good plan for a Saturday, or for like a rainy Saturday, right? And then tomorrow I will continue baking. I will make another bread and probably something else. I really want to make cookies, but then I have to go get some butter. Well, you'll see in probably the next shot. Oh no. The next shot is going to be the bread when it's ready. So you'll see later if I if I go get some butter and make cookies or if I manage to think of a different recipe without butter. My timer just went off. It's time to put this bread in the oven. The oven beeped. Time to take it out. One bread. Let's take it out of this tin. That sounds like a bread that's done. We have bread, we have scones. I am done for today with baking. It's the next morning. The bread is already in the oven. I needed it straight before breakfast. Straight rolling out of bed, I needed the bread. It's in there right now. That I don't know if that made sense. In my head that made sense, but did it make sense?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Am I just rambling? Do you not listen to what I say?
No. Not all the time.
He doesn't listen to what I say. And it is going crazy. I put it lower than the last bread. And I feel like that was a good thing. Because otherwise it would have gone on the top already now. And it's only been in there for 10 minutes. My hair looks a bit greasy, but I put hair oil in it. So it's not grease, it's oil. We are not baking anything more today. We did get butter yesterday. So I could bake stuff. And chocolate, so we could make brownies. But
I crave brownies though.
Look at this weather.
Yeah.
We have to go outside. The outside is calling us. Yes, Nathan has been craving brownies for like 2 weeks. So maybe I'll make them this afternoon. We will see how the day goes. But otherwise, I will make them somewhere this week.
Okay.
I promise you. You will have brownies before Friday.
Okay.
Did we forget something this morning again?
Oh. Yeah, the greenhouse.
Because it's a different routine. We forget the greenhouse in the morning, in the weekends.
So I guess it's already 40 degrees inside right now.
It's in the full sun.
Yeah.
It's 8:30. So it's not late. This is not a time people are awake in the weekends usually. But like you usually sleep in on your Sunday. So it makes sense that it's not open yet, but we could have opened it at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Because we are awake that early. Which is better. Oh no, maybe it's not in the full. Ooh, butterfly. Oh, yeah. It's gone. This is still shade.
Yeah.
So maybe it's okay.
Let's hope so. I think we have to water some things.
Doesn't feel bad. 34.
34.
That's okay-ish. Yeah. Do you want to see my dangerous ways of opening the window?
Oh no, don't do that. Why?
Yeah, I can't reach this.
Why?
So we need like a step ladder here then. We used to have the little ladder. Where's that little ladder? Is that in the shed?
Maybe.
Is it inside somewhere? And then the other dangerous way to open this window. I put my foot right there.
That's fakes.
We dried some chamomile yesterday. And I think today we can do another batch because
Yeah.
the flowers are flowering. And I love it. I think there's a flower coming here. Cool. Do we need to water stuff? Probably.
But that's not
I don't know. Calendula.
calendula.
It's supposed to be calendula, but I feel
This
like
is calendula.
this
That's,
flower is something else.
Yeah, that's something else.
But it looks like... No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the same leaf, does it? This also doesn't have the same... Huh?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did we let a weed grow there?
Maybe.
Just like we are doing there, because that's
Yeah.
also not something... That probably also isn't something we planted. This bed is not doing the best. Although the lavender is.
Yeah,
Going
lavender
okay.
is.
So I don't know what happened here.
Water.
Water. And then we are going to start the day with making a trellis for our beans. Or do you do it
No,
in the...
just
No?
on the soil.
Oh. Is this too much?
No?
It's foaming.
Yeah. Don't know why.
There's air in there. Oh. Does Olaf need water?
No.
No. I don't think I have to do the veggie patch because we had a lot of rain yesterday.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow.
Or the day after, because it rained a lot last week.
Yes, it has rained a lot. So I think that's it. So that is... Oh, it's off. 12 liters of water for
That's
just the
okay.
greenhouse. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if we showed. I think we did.
Yeah, we
That
did.
we bought a measuring thing for water.
Water meter.
Water meter, that's it. we bought a water meter. So we now know how much water we give everything.
And you can check for the whole season.
Whoa,
Is that a lot?
I don't know. Seems a lot, but I don't think it is. Are you filming?
Yeah.
You might have to mute my mic then. Because I'm on
Why?
the toilet.
Oh.
Bread. We have enough bread for the week. No. We have collected some sticks and already put some sticks in the ground to see if this would even work. And I think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It is looking very
Probably.
homemade. Huh?
Probably.
Probably. Looking very homemade and zero budget, but that's the vibe we're going for this year. And maybe forever, because...
I hope it's high enough.
Yeah, I hope so too. But it is pretty sturdy. Because we also attached it to
Yeah.
like the fence. So it is pretty sturdy. Hello, bird. Cuties. You might have to strengthen these a little bit because my knot work is not the best.
Or we just see and when it breaks.
Yeah, but then the peas also break.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want the peas to be
Okay, I will
broken.
take a look.
Or maybe put one more there.
Yeah?
Because I can still walk under here,
Yeah.
which is perfect. I'm small enough. And then we're just gonna attach some here so they can grow upward. Yeah. I got dressed to lay out in the sun, but the grass is too long. So I grabbed the lawnmower and I've been mowing the grass for a bit. So let's finish that. Did we show our trellis?
I don't think so.
No, we finished the trellis. We will show you in a minute. And then we're gonna soak up some sun. trellis. I like it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think it's going to be great for these peas. And then we do have peas planted there, but they didn't come up. So I planted some more yesterday. And we'll just wait with making a trellis until they come up, because maybe they will never come up and then we would have made one for nothing. So we'll wait until they're like this big and then we'll make a trellis there too and just attach it to that one somehow. I had to mow the grass by hand because our lawnmower is, again, still broken. Again,
Yeah,
it's
again.
broken again. We fixed, the belt was broken, so Nathan fixed that, and then he discovered a leak. So
A
um,
very bad leak.
a bad leak. So he did mow the whole lawn, everything we wanted to mow, but then we do have to fix it before mowing again with the ride-on lawnmower. So I guess we're just gonna have to spend some workout time because this was a workout, especially for my arms. They feel a bit sore now. So let's spend some time in the sun and
Have lunch.
and then have lunch, and then I don't know what we'll do.
No.
But I think something inside, because it might be too hot and my very pale skin is not very suited for afternoon sun or
Yeah.
like after lunch sun. My skin is better suited for this kind of sun. So especially these white legs, like that's very white. Let's spend the afternoon inside doing other stuff. But that is going to be it for today's video. So we will see you in the next one. Bye.